welcome back to my channel. My channel is about traveling on the more luxury side of things, how to do that without spending any extra money, and how to get your finances in order so that way you can travel without having to worry about money. In today's video, I'm going to go over what it's like starting a journey towards financial independence at age 40. I really want to do this video because I've been kind of going down this financial independence journey more consistently lately. And I read and see a lot of people that are starting this at like 25, 30, 35. And I'm like, oh, I'm 40. I still have some good years of work ahead of me. But like, what does this look like starting at 40? So I just wanted to do this video to kind of tell you, in my opinion, and kind of how it's working for me and what's going on with me. So as I said, I started this a couple of years ago when I was 40. As we're recording this video, I am now 42. So I've kind of been intentional about this financial independence journey for the last couple of years. And I will say I started out already kind of having made the decision to live debt free. So when I was 40, I had mortgage debt and student loan debt. I didn't have any consumer debt at the point, and I had already made the commitment to myself that I was no longer going to use credit cards beyond my means or take out a car loan. So I will say maybe I started off this journey a little bit further ahead than some, but still, and I also did save, but maybe not as intentionally. I had whatever going into my 401k. I had some margin and buffer in my budget, but it was just kind of like, okay, my spending plan matches my priorities, but I wasn't super intentional about financial independence. I did come at this, like I said, already having made the commitment to live debt free and knowing that in 2 years, my student loans would be forgiven with the public service loan forgiveness program. So as I was thinking about my journey, said I'm not going to prioritize paying off my student loans. And at that time too, it was during COVID and there was a student loan payment pause. And so I was like, okay, I'm not going to really pay that off because I'm already 8 years into this program. I only have 2 more years and they should be gone. And then I'd only have my mortgage, and I had already been putting a little bit extra money on my mortgage, knowing I wanted to pay it off early, but not super intentional about doing that either. So after reading a lot of blogs and just different people in their FI journey, I decided to be very intentional about saving and paying off my mortgage, because I knew those were the two things that would catapult me along the way to financial independence. And I'm just going to say, while doing that, giving has always been a number one priority for me. I know a lot of people talk about tithing 10%. That has always just been a baseline, and I usually give 15 to 20% of my income, and I'm not going to stop doing that. For me, that is important. And again, I prioritize that in my budget. And so I knew any kind of financial independence journey would also have to account for the fact that I am going to give generously. So I kept my giving levels the way they were and just became super intentional about saving and paying off my mortgage. One thing that really helped me was being super granular about how much money I would need to consider myself financially independent. And I did get down to the day. So I calculated, let's say, for every $150, that was 1 day's, or that's what it cost for 1 day. So if I saved $150, that was 1 extra day of financial independence, whether that meant retiring early and doing something else or just taking an extended break from work. Let's say it was $150. That's how much I needed. So anytime I was going to purchase something or maybe even go on vacation and kind of deciding where I wanted to go, what I wanted the budget to be, in the back of my mind, I'd always kind of make that conversion and say, okay, well, this new fire pit is $300. That's 2 days of financial independence. Is it worth it? And sometimes the answer was yes, sometimes the answer was no. But that really helped me just, again, be intentional about my spending. Something that maybe I kind of differ from a lot of this FIRE and financial independence movement is that it seems, and at least what I've been reading, a lot of the goal is to be financially independent. So either you can retire early or you can be work optional or whatever. For me, being financially independent is so that I can give more generously. If I'm financially independent and I've kind of reached this finish line, and I have a finish line in my annual finances and just kind of thinking about financially independence, like a finish line in my accumulation as well. If I reach this finish line, I can continue to work because I enjoy working and I think humans were made for work, and maybe work just looks different, but I will continue to work after being financially independent and just be able to give all of that money away, just give generously, give like I've never given before. So that's really my why for reaching financial independence. It's not, for me, it's not to accumulate a lot of money or accumulate a lot of things and then just sit back and say, okay, I made it and now I can just kind of coast, or I don't need to work. I can work if I want to. No, I'm doing this so I can continue to work. And again, maybe it does look different from what I'm working now or how I'm working now, but knowing that at a certain amount of accumulation, I really don't need any more. And if more continues to come in, I can give that to different charities and organizations to really help those around me. I don't need it. I don't need to hoard it. When I die, it's not going with me. And so I'd rather be generous now and give it away now in places where I can see the need, in places that the money can go far and help, rather than just having it in a account when I die. So I know that might be a little controversial. If you have any questions, or maybe you have an opinion about what it means, I'm going to say FIG, financial independence, give generously. If you have opinions about FIG, comment below. I would love to hear them. Again, this is my journey and my reason for financial independence, and everyone has their own. Would love to hear your reason that you're working towards financial independence. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my videos so you can be notified when I produce new content. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye.